I see snowballs, but what about the Dark Goblin? What about the Dark Goblin? People don't understand how good this deck is. They don't understand. Look at this. Look at we already won. We already won the game. Oh my gosh. What's up, gamers? It's Turkey here, and today we're going to be using one of the best spam decks in all of Clash Royale. So I was going through Royal API, which is one of the best deck resources for Clash Royale, and I saw some guy in the top 100 in the entire world running this deck right here. And after playing a few games with it, I have to say, I understand. There is so much spam in this deck that 99% of players don't know what to do. It kind of pains me to say this, but I think this deck takes even less skill than Giant Graveyard. So if you've been hard stuck for a while and you want to rise a couple hundred trophies, please give this deck a try. So I'm gonna hop into some games right now, and I'm gonna show you just how dominant this deck is. Into our first match here against Kareem. And like I said, this deck, it is so easy to overwhelm your opponents. One of my favorite things to do is try and get to your Evo Recruits in your Evo Goblin Barrel. Then you can go for an Evo Recruits, Evo Goblin Barrel, split lane push, and it's so hard for your opponent to defend. Looks like my opponent is running Goblin Giant, which is good and bad. Good because the Cannoneer does great DPS onto it, but bad when he has the evolution. We might struggle to defend it. I'm going to do this. I don't want to spend anything else and give him too much value. We're going to let him get a little bit of damage here and kind of rely on a nice little counter push. Okay. Ewiz comes down. Part of this deck as well is kind of being patient, biding your time and going in when you feel like you have an elixir advantage. So you can see there he played that Desperation Goblin Giant. He kind of used it defensively, which was not good for him. So he's already down a little bit of elixir. He logged on the left side, which means he doesn't have a log for the right side on the counter push. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Dark Goblin on this side. He already used his log. Tesla comes down right as he gets 4 elixir, so we can go for the Suspicious Bush card. And you can see there, I didn't do anything crazy, right? He just kind of overcommitted. He made one mistake on defense trying to defend everything, and we took almost his entire tower. I'm going to go in here, try and bait out his log. He might play it when he gets enough elixir for it. Okay, no, Ewiz comes down. That's fine with me. And you can see, we took a little damage on that push, but it's important with this deck to not overcommit on defense. This deck thrives off of defending, getting a positive elixir trade, and just spamming your opponents and making it so they can't defend. So we're already in a good position. That tower is almost inside of the double arrow range. I'm going to barrel in the back. Maybe he misses his log. I don't know. It's early in a classic challenge. These players, man. I called it. Okay, so no Evo Goblin Giant, which is great. We're going to defend with Evo Recruits. I'm going to go 4 on one side. And we'll have to play something else on that bush card. I'll probably just drop a bandit on top of it. Like so. You can go Dark Goblin high to snipe this Tesla. That's one of the best plays that you can do. And this is the push I'm talking about right here. We're going to go for a double barrel push. We have a tank on one side and damn near a tank on the other. He goes for the log. Evo Skeletons aren't going to be enough. And we're probably going to take both towers at the same time here. And that is what this deck does. That push right there. It's just too much for the opponent to comprehend. I've gotten more 3 crowns with this deck than any other deck in the last few weeks. So we're going to hold that W and catch you in the next match. Going to our next match here against this guy. And I actually was playing this deck a lot off stream. I do that so I can learn how to play the decks before I start recording the video. And I actually completed a full 12-win classic challenge with this deck. So just kind of goes to show how decent the deck is. He goes for the log here. He's probably running Hog Earthquake, would be my guess. I don't actually need to respond to the bandit. A lot of people didn't know that interaction, but the Cannoneer full counters that. I'm going to go like this. See if I can bait out a swarms. Okay, it's not the deck I thought it was. No doubt about that. It's kind of nice that magic archer goes in front. So here's the thing. Again, we are going to take some damage, all right? We're going to be okay taking damage, but we're going to try and thrive off of the counter push. Goes for a really weird fireball. He didn't even hit the Dark Goblin. And just like that, my man is going to lose a lot of his tower on one side for sure. No, he's probably going to end up losing both towers. That's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. What did I do there that was that special? Genuinely, what did I do? He literally lost both towers. He just had a bad fireball, and the punish game of this deck is absolutely crazy. So, literally, this match is already over. I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. We're going to go ahead and cut to the next game. This is Proof of 3 crown. Okay, we'll get you in the next match. In our next match here against this person. Something else I haven't even talked about, which is another reason I like this deck, is the Suspicious Bush card. Such an underrated card. It genuinely is so strong. It always forces out a positive elixir trade or a neutral elixir trade. Okay, this push will be hard for us to stop. Actually, he messed it up. The battle ram went in front. He definitely didn't mean to do that. I'm going to arrows to keep my Dark Goblin alive because I need it on defense. Yeah, kind of imperative that I kept my Dark Goblin alive. So he used his Valkyrie and he used his Princess, which I'd imagine are some of the best splash in the game. So I'm going to go crazy here. I'm going to go Recruits and Goblin Gang at the bridge and just see what he's rocking with. Like, this is kind of aggressive, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to lie and say that this is necessarily a good play. But the fact that he used his Valkyrie and his Princess, I would assume he wouldn't have a lot. Unfortunately, he does have a Mother Witch. Like, that's pretty bad for me in general. But we got a lot of damage on the left side, which is awesome. Wow, my boy's even giving me the good luck. Oh! Bandit went to the wrong side. Oops. That's a big oopsie. Yeah, okay. That interaction happened, and I was like, oh, sick. Like, Bandit's going to help out with the Prince. Because Bandit and Prince charge cancel out, and it got pulled to the other side. So, from a matchup perspective, I don't love what I see. Valkyrie, Princess, and Mother Witch are not great for me. But it is what it is, man. I have to do this here, unfortunately. I wasn't going to, but he kind of forced my hand. So, well played to him, honestly. Let's go Gang to snipe this Princess. And if he goes Mother Witch, we're going to have to maybe drop some arrows. We'll see. Hopefully the Recruits help out. I'm sure Mother Witch is coming. No, he goes for the Bar Barrel. No Bar Barrel in hand. I'm going to go for my Goblin Barrel and hopefully take this tower. Even if he goes for Mother Witch, we're still going to get really good damage on the tower. Yeah, okay. So he definitely overcommitted a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, things are not going great for me. And we're in a situation where we're probably going to end up 3-crowning him. Like, what is that? 3 games in a row? I mean, I think they gave up. I don't know for sure. It kind of looks like they gave up. Yeah, I mean, another game, another 3-crown. I don't know what to say. Let's hop into game number 4. Into our next match here against Your Bad Kid. Ooh, don't like that name. And the results speak for themselves. I'm not saying that, you know, if you're a top 10,000 player that people won't know how to defend it. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying majority of people don't know how to defend this deck well. Majority, the average Clash player, you know. A lot of the people that watch my videos, you know, you're probably not even inside the top 10,000 in the entire world, which is valid. Most people won't know how to defend this. I'm just telling you, it's a good deck. We're up here against Goblin Drill. Goblin Drill is not the best matchup. They usually have a lot of splash. They have poison. They have log, all that stuff. So we're going to do our best here. Like I said, we're kind of at the mercy of like how good or bad this person is as an individual. Just going by his username, he kind of just looks like he's probably like a kid or something. So probably not that great. Let's go Bandit here. Okay, he goes in. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, Bandit's going to help. Okay, that's actually really aggressive. I'm going to go arrows. Okay, and we're going to set up for a big push. Because he doesn't have poison in hand, we're going to set up with our Recruits in the back. And just kind of chill. My Dark Goblin's going to be key in this offense as well. Or my Princess. Because we're going to have to snipe the Demolisher that he plays in the middle. Or the building. Either way, we're going to be ready with it. He goes for the building. Let's do this and try and juke a log. Maybe we'll get a little lucky. Okay, he logs on that side. Skeletons actually aren't going to be enough to counter that Goblin. Ooh, good Ice Spirit, though. That was well played. But he still has to defend this. And I don't think he has enough Elixir to get his Demolisher down. So he went for that Drill Poison, right? And you saw my immediate reaction was like, oh, that was aggressive. Because I knew we were going to be able to get some sort of punish. So not bad. I mean, Drill Poisons are really hard for this deck to stop, especially with Cannoneer. Let's get this Bush Card down. He doesn't have Tesla in cycle, but Tesla is still not a great building to defend this with. He'll probably go Demolisher on it. I'm not 100% sure. He might go Skeletons. Okay, he does that. If he poisons, I don't think he has enough to poison. Yeah, see, that's why it's also so important to pressure while defending, because he couldn't go for a poison with the drill because he was defending us. He just used his log. Don't panic. Don't panic. He used his log. Let's go in. Beautiful. And that's what I'm talking about. My man got a little too aggressive there. It's going to cost him damn near both of his towers. So even if we lose our left side tower, we're going to be A-okay. Princess like this. He probably will go Drill Poison here. I'm going to Bush here just to apply a little bit of pressure. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get Bandit down as well, just to make sure that that doesn't take our tower. He does need to spend on the Bush card. I'm going to predict Skeletons maybe. Nah, he just gives us the tower. Every single game we've played, we've had the opportunity to get the 3-crown. How crazy is that? Let's do this. This guy's going to blow up on us, but it is what it is. My man just went for a Desperation log. He doesn't have a Demolisher in hand. He doesn't have a log in hand. He has no splash. All he can do is go for a Tesla. And damn near another 3-crown for us. What a game. I'm telling you, this deck is cracked. Give us the 3-crown. Oh! Okay, nice try. We'll hold the W, and I catch you in the next one. All right, up here against Cube. Or CXB, I don't know how you'd say that, but... in this deck, it's kind of set... I don't have a great hand for this. Oops. I know that looks weird, but it damn near full count. Oh, not that time. I was going to say it's a decent answer for the barrel if you don't have anything in hand. Bad timing. I was hoping he was just going to ignore that, so this was going to be a little more menacing. But that's okay. Looks like he's running the Suspicious Bush deck with Prince and Rascals. At least that's what it looks like at first glance. Interesting, he goes for the arrows. I don't hate that play, but he gets, what, 1 Rascal shot? Okay, let's go Bush at the bridge. I just want to force out a building or something. Because then if you force out a building, then you can go for like a big recruits push, and it's really hard when they don't have their building in cycle. Okay. It's going to be good for us. Because he has to spend on the Bush. Doesn't have arrows in hand. Arrows are probably the only big spell, so I think this will be hard to defend because he doesn't have arrows, he doesn't have Valkyrie. Yeah, I was going to say, look at his hand. No arrows, no Valkyrie, no Goblin Gang. And that barrel took half of their tower. So important to recognize their cycle so you can get that kind of interaction. I'm going to use my arrows here, and then we're going to just eat like 1 Dark Goblin shot. Yeah, 2 Dark Goblin shots. That's fine with me. So he has good answers. Arrows, Valk, Goblin Gang to our barrel and our swarm. So we'll be okay. Okay, we have to do this here. I could have Princessed on it, but I didn't want it to get 2 hits. I expect Valkyrie to come down. There she is. That's fine with me. Bandit here. We'll have a little bit of a counter push. I expect Rascals to just come down, so I'm just going to chill, use my Princess. If he arrows the Princess, it's not a big deal. Oh, okay, gang. Same logic applies. Honestly, I'm fine with this. Good Princess placement to make sure we don't take any damage. We have Evo Barrel in hand. I think it's best to go in for Evo Barrel when you have recruits down. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm trying to set up for a recruits push here. Okay, let's get the recruits down. Decent timing. I'm not going to spend anything else on that. Beautiful. I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm going to wait to arrows the Princess until like the last second. Just trying to see if he gives us any more value. No, he didn't. That's okay. Let's do this. This is our time to shine. Double barrel push is always a threat. Okay, great damage, great damage. It's like you're going to get good damage on one side or the other with that sort of push. Bandit here. Oh my gosh, we took basically their entire tower. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to arrows here. I don't want to eat any more damage. That felt like a desperation Prince to me. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I could feel the desperation in that Prince. He's like, I need damage right away. Prince hit the bridge. So not an easy matchup for us. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know we made it look good, but from a matchup side of things, that could have, you know, that was hard. But we ended up clutching up, and in a 2-tower situation, we definitely have a big advantage with all of our spam. So GG's to this guy, but our bait deck was just a little bit better. Let's go, baby. Catch you, and we'll take that dub. Catch you in the next one. Right up here against Gaku. I don't know how to say it, but hey, if you're watching this video, shout outs to you. I appreciate you. You know, I'm a growing YouTuber, so everyone that's watching the video, like I just appreciate you, you know, choosing to support me and instead of any other creator, you know, that's nice. And this is a horrible start for your boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. No! Nah, I failed that interaction, unfortunately. Shoot. My man is out for blood. I mean, it's kind of working, but he's being a little aggressive, to be honest. Like, Void and Zap is 5 Elixir, and for what? Like, what does he have to show for that, you know what I mean? So he needs to defend both sides. I'm going to go in for a barrel here. He doesn't have Void or Zap in hand, and I don't need to respond to the Bandit or the Pig. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, what a crazy punish. He just lost his whole tower. We're like 30 seconds into the game. That's the power of this deck. Okay. We're going to let this get 1 shot, and then we're going to go for the gang. Yeah, it's the price that we pay. Okay. Okay. He thought the gang was going to survive, apparently. I'm going to go, like, for a Bush body block. I thought it would work, but see how it kind of, like, pushed the Mother Witch over? I was hoping that it would, like, I don't know. Okay, he wastes a Void on that. That's a +1 trade for us. We're going to Princess on the other lane just to apply some pressure. Beautiful. Let's get the Bandit down. No, I would have played it later in hindsight. That was a cool little trick with the Dark Goblin. You let the Bandit lock on and redirect. That's going to take the tower as well, so fine with me. Looks like it's P.E.K.K.A, but my man hasn't been able to go for a P.E.K.K.A yet because we've kind of just been all over him, which is awesome. I'm just going to barrel here. I don't want to go gang and give his Mother Witch a ton of value. I'm just going to do this. Yep, fine with me. Get our Bush card down. I don't really have anything else to cycle yet that I want to cycle into that Goblin Demolisher. Okay, let's do this. I need a Bandit to help DPS this down as quickly as possible. Battle Ram is sometimes hard to stop, obviously, because you don't have a building. So, it is what it is. We survived. And we have double barrel now, so now's a good time to do this. Okay, I don't want to go in until that crosses. I'm going to go in on the king tower here. I think it's fine, to be honest. Nice. He went for the Mother Witch prediction and kind of failed, to be honest. Yeah, that bandit was bad. I'm just gonna admit it right there. That bandit was bad. But look at how much damage we're getting on the king tower. He literally ignored everything for that push, and we're damn near gonna get another 3 crown if this game gets extended. Good princess protection right there. I think that was like big brain. I'm not gonna lie. Need to take care of that Mother Witch as quickly as possible. Mother Witch is gone. He has to defend the 3 crown. So another game. Almost another damn near 3 crown. We're going to hold that W, and we'll see you in the next match. Into our next match here, and I don't know about you, but I feel like these games are flying by. I'm looking at the recording time, and every game is like, we haven't had a single match go into overtime at all, which is like kind of crazy. All right, let's go Bush at the bridge. Man, that Demolisher card, something about it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's not broken, but it's good. I don't know. Maybe if you've played against it, you know what I'm talking about. You know the feeling. I'm going to leak a little bit here and go in with this bandit. Nice. He used the... oops, that was supposed to be... Oops. I meant to play Goblin Gang and I played a Dark Goblin. That's okay, it's okay. He gets 1 Mega Minion swing. I was over here yapping and I placed the wrong card down. It's a weird deck, I'm not going to lie. Okay, Goblin Joe. He goes for the poison. Might be a little aggressive. Yeah, he doesn't wisely. I mean, I don't know if he has poison. 90% of the time when they run drill, it's drill poison. People used to run drill rocket. I don't see it as much in the meta. This is fine with me. You always want to play like your recruits second if you can. You never want to be the first person to play your recruits if you can avoid it. This is good arrows value because it's gonna get the Demolisher like in the run state. I was hoping to keep my princess alive. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Depending on how he plays this, I might go in for a barrel. I'm just going to let this go. Kind of biding my time. Okay, now I have to respond to this. That was pretty smart, actually. I'm not going to lie. I was going to ignore that Dark Goblin, but him playing the Valkyrie in front forced me to respond to it. Let's go in on this side. I want to have my Evo barrel and my Evo recruits at the same time. We know this. We know this. So the next time he goes in... Okay. So I'm going to go drill poison, like I said. And we're going to get a lot of damage. But all it takes with this deck is 1 push. Like, 1 push is all it takes. Falling in love with me. I'm surprised he didn't go in for a spell with that. He has good restraint. The problem is Evo Valkyrie is lurking. So I'm going to try and bait out Evo Valkyrie. I hope he just, like, plays it at the bridge or something like that. That would be nice. Nah, he goes Muskie instead. That's still a positive trade, but not as positive as I would have hoped, to be honest. Okay, he goes for his recruits. We're going to mirror ours in the back, remember? You always want to fight on your side of the bridge, if possible. But like I said, Evo Valkyrie is looming here. Let's do this. Oh, I wish our Dark Goblin... Okay, we're just hashing it out here. Trying to win this bridge battle. He used his log. Let's go in. Hopefully he logs the wrong side. Nah, he's going to log the right side, isn't he? No, 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 no. Wait, he logged my Dark Goblin. I forgot about that. He logged my Dark Goblin, and it cost him the game. Him logging my Dark Goblin cost him the game. That's insane, but also kind of makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances here. I'm just going to arrows. 1 push is all it takes. Genuinely. All right, we're going to hold that W and catch you in the next match. Into our next match here against Daniel. Yeah, I was thinking about that last match, and when as soon as he logged my Dark Goblin, it was a mistake. Literally cost him the whole match. Okay, he goes for Zap. We're going to cycle our gang. Zap is interesting. Definitely gets a lot of value against our deck. Oh, he totally messed up that ghost placement. Rip. The Dark Goblin here. And then Bandit to keep my Dark Goblin and my Bandit alive. And I can't do much, to be honest, in this situation with my cycle. But we should be up a good amount of elixir, which is nice. And on the I'm debating. I'm going to wait to go for barrel. I want to see if he plays like a bomber or something. We're going to see what he plays. Okay, I'm going to go in, actually. Because these recruits are going to be tanking for a while. Like, they're going to be tanking for a long time. All the arrows ready? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Good patience. Like, look at that. We're going to take almost his entire tower. Ugh. I'm going to play the gang low here. Like, really, really low. I know he has Zap. Well, actually, he used his Zap, so he doesn't have Zap in cycle. But low like this in case they go for, like, a Mother Witch or something. But nah, he's just cooked. Okay. I'm sure he's going to ignore... I thought he was going to ignore that side. We're going to do the same thing here. Might just go for a bandit on it again. That's what he did last time, yeah. I'm like super fine with this interaction, to be honest. We have a surviving Dark Goblin counter pushing. Goes for a P.E.K.K.A on it. I super do not agree, in my opinion. I can do this. The recruits are going to counter the right side, and he still has to spend on... Or, sorry, the recruits are going to counter the left side, and he still needs to spend on that right side. And now I'm going to do this. And all he has for this is a bandit, I think, and I don't think he can afford it right away, so... This deck, man. This deck. Holy tower. Okay. Nice, beautiful defense. Poor P.E.K.K.A, man. P.E.K.K.A's a tough matchup. I feel like P.E.K.K.A, while she is good in the meta, there are so many things that just, like, destroy her, for lack of a better word. Okay, let's go bush at the bridge. If he ignores this bush, it's going to take the tower. Princess in the opposite right. It kind of looks like he gave up. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's leaking elixir. Can I blame him? No, I can't blame him. I would give up if I had to play against this deck. I'm someone who runs, like, traditional log bait decks, and this deck right here absolutely cooks me. Like, just look at all of the swarms we have on the field right now. You have to give this deck a try. Another 3 crown. We're going to keep steamrolling and catch you in the next game. All right, into our last match of the video. We're currently 8-0, but, I mean, the games are just fine, but I don't want... I'm still trying to figure out what the perfect video length is. I feel like between 20 and 30 minutes is always like a reasonable length. So we're going to try and do that. Good timing with him going to recruits in the back. Okay, no arrows means my princess is going to get lots of value. And we can play our recruits second. He could have a poison though, so we're going to be careful. We're going to go like a 2-3 split. Okay, that is unlucky, but no arrows in hand. So he's going to get damaged, but remember, this deck is all about the counter push. Remember, he doesn't have arrows. I think he only gets 1 balloon shot. Okay, so we have a counter pushing Dark Goblin. Let's go barrel like this. Okay. Nice, he snowballs, but what about the Dark Goblin? What about the Dark Goblin? People don't understand how good this deck is. They don't understand. Look at this. Look at we already won. We already won the game. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Bandit not going to get a dash, but that's okay. Jeez, man. I mean, that balloon was aggressive. Like, I don't know. I feel like people are used to being able to, like, balloon players are used to being able to get away with that, but not against this deck. Okay, we're going to go bush in the back. And again, he has recruits, but so do we. We have our recruits in cycle. I'm going to princess like this. Maybe bait out his arrows. We can just go arrows on his Evo archers when the time comes. You want to recruits close enough where they don't dash. Okay. You know what I mean? He'll probably arrows on the Dark Goblin, and that's fine. You need to accept that, like, you're not going to be able to protect that tower, but what you're going to be able to do is take their tower. And that's your retributions. Yep. Yep. That's our sweet, sweet retribution. Yep, and he didn't even take our tower. So it's good for me not to overcommit on defense. I mean, this game's already over. Another 3 crown in regulation. Oh my gosh, GG's. We're going to play one more. 9-0, we're going to hop into one more match. Let's get it, baby. Up here against... Can't read that, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to try. I'm just like flabbergasted how dominant this deck is. I think in general, just defending swarms is always more complicated than like beatdowns. Like, there's a lot of micro interactions you need to be cognizant of. And it's just hard, man. Defending recruits has always been difficult. Okay. Might just let this go or play skeletons. Yeah, he goes for a zap. Kind of mistimes it, though. Okay, Bush comes down. Zap Valkyrie. Zap Valkyrie kind of could be Mega Knight. Not sure. Oh, Lava. I think we're up here against Lava Hound. That'll be interesting. I don't think we have great defense against Lava, to be completely honest with y'all. Yeah, definitely is Lava. Let's see what his other ground card is. He might not have one in cycle. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he didn't look like he had a ground card in cycle. Oh, the skeletons. I forgot about the skeletons. I'm like, why? What's happening? But we're running Cannoneer. Oops. Oh, bad barrel. That barrel was really, really bad. We're going to be down a lot of elixir. At least he didn't ignore it, but if he would have ignored that, we would have been in trouble. Okay, so we're going to have to sack some damage here. I mean, it is what it is. Cannoneer does a really good job against the Valkyrie. Oh, is that on purpose? Interesting. Okay, very, very well played. I mean, I told you that that was kind of like a bad barrel, a mistake barrel, if you will. Yeah, well played. Oh, he gave me the well played. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. I know it was bad. I know it was bad. But was the BM necessary? I don't know. Okay, no building in hand. Now's a good time to go for the bush card. And we're not going to give up. I genuinely think this deck can do anything. And I stand by that. Okay. Please, Valkyrie. Nice. Okay, no Evo Valkyrie in hand, so we will be able to go crazy with our recruits, ideally. We'll see how he plays this. Alright, we're going to have to go crazy on this counter push. That's the only option. No Valkyrie in hand. We'll see. Goes for the Void. Is one push all it takes? Is one push all it takes? Maybe. Starting to look like that. Gave me the well played too. No ground cards in hand. No ground cards in hand. Proved to be a pretty decent bandit. Not quite in spell range, and that's the main problem, is we need it to be in spell range. Okay. The bush. Oh, and he said well played! And he said well played! And he said well played! Oh no! Oh no, I told you it was never over. Oh no, I've never seen someone deserve BM more. Oops. Let's go, baby. We're gonna hold that W and catch you in the outro. And that is gonna do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot. Please give this deck a try. I mean, if the gameplay speaks for itself, this deck is so dominant. It's so easy to use, and I promise you'll have so much fun. So let me know what you think of it. I appreciate you watching and even getting this far. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace.